Hi folks, it's Doug here from Mesh Energy. I'm just going to do a couple-minute short video here to make you aware of some of the new features of the version 9 spreadsheet. This spreadsheet gives you far quicker access to your results. And I'm just going to take you through some of the tabs that have changed. Most remain unchanged. And you'll be very familiar with those. We've just updated the README page to include a few other tabs. But the first main one here, when you open it up, is we now essentially have like a favorite section. So you can name your particular favorite, you put in your building element, individual bits that go into that and typical thicknesses that you're using, and you basically build up a library. So we've got all the roof elements, we've got 10 of those, we've got 10 floor elements, 10 external wall elements, 10 internal wall elements, the list goes on. So we've got loads and loads of data you can put in here, and you only have to put it in once for your projects. The second tab I want to make you aware of here is the view setup. Because we've now made so many line items available to you, we want to make it kind of easy to navigate. So what you can do is you can show and hide at any given time the elements that you want to see. In this particular case, we've got 3 roof build-up showing, but I've hidden all of the other ones. You could show all of these if you wanted to, a big long spreadsheet, or you can hide them. So this makes it much less kind of visibly kind of intrusive if you don't want it to be. So we've just chosen 3 roof build-ups here and hidden everything else. The main calculator spreadsheet is exactly as you all know it. We've just got a couple little tweaks, which I'll show you in a second. And this is where the power of some of the changes really comes into its own. So now you can have a general kind of name for that roof construction here on this cell where I've got my cursor. But now you've got drop down options for the different types of roof types. So these favorites that you saved, now all you have to do is pick one of these that you want, and it automatically populates all of your data. You still have to put in, for example, the roof area that you're using, but magically, once, if you remember, we need to put in the ground floor areas. This won't jump into life until we fill in these bright yellow cells. So if we go back up here, as soon as we've filled in those bright yellow cells, all this starts jumping to life. So if we pick roof type 2, say a slate roof, and that is also, maybe that's just a little extension, that's 50 square meters, bosh, straight away, it's populated all of your data just by picking a single drop down. So that's saved you a load of time. You can do this once you show all the wall elements. You can do that for walls, for floors, roofs, and you just rattle through it like you normally would do. What we have added here is quite a handy little thing to help you print this. So what you can do if you want to print it is you can strip out a lot of the color and then print it, which takes you to kind of like a print preview menu. And all that can sometimes take just a bit of time, essentially takes it so it's kind of print ready. If you want to kind of go back to using the spreadsheet as normal, you can just turn that print friendly mode off and you're back to where you are. What I forgot to mention is when you drop in these favorites, there's nothing stopping you at all adding whatever other elements you want to this. So you can kind of add and amend these and tweak the numbers and do all kinds of clever stuff with it. It just saves you all the data entry. So you can change any of these numbers. You can add, a new element type if you want to, and it's just automatically updating all the time. The reporting remains unchanged, so we've got the rating badge and the carbon reporting. But finally, and this is a great one if you're entering awards, we've got this kind of REBA Awards submission tab. And this collects all the key numbers that you need. There's 2 or 3 other cells that you need to fill in. One is the total building energy usage in kilowatt hours. So this is regulated and unregulated loads, which you'll get from an energy assessor. All you've got to do is fill in what the main heating fuel is for the building. And if you have solar PV, putting in what your solar PV consumption is, and that must be a positive number. But once you've done all that, you can then put these key numbers into your award submission. So that's a really quick rundown of some of the key changes that we've made. This really will make getting answers into a few minutes, and we hope you love it.